When I know I had all the millions and I didn't even have a credit card, the dumbest. I was like the dumbest person ever. I used to spend money on everything. Man, please. I'm going to open up an insurance, $2-3 million of my insurance, and borrow from that and put it back in. I never lose my money, ever. I never lose my money, ever.
So the new 401k we know so far grows tax-free. The old 401k is tax deferred. The new 401k has liquidity. You have access to your 401k. The old 401k, limited access to age 59 and a half, almost age 60. So if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you can't really touch it without borrowing money from it. Taking a huge 10% federal penalty, state taxes, and federal taxes. Imagine having a 401k that said, hey, we're gonna be tied to the NASDAQ, tied to the S&P, where it grows with the S&P 500. That's Amazon, Apple, American Express, all those large brands, Microsoft. And when the market crashes like it is now, you lose nothing. That's why the new 401k is crushing the old 401k.
So glad to see you, bro.
What's up, bro?
Hey. I got a question.
What's up?
What about that new 401k?
The new 401k?
Yeah.
The new 401k.
Yeah.
Not the old one, the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the ULI?
IUL, the
that's
new
how you say it.
401k, Index Universal Life. Y'all heard about it. What's up?
Hey, can you tell me a little bit about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm a knowledge of...
Absolutely. But before I can tell you about the new 401k, you got to reference back to the old 401k, right? The one that's dying right now, right? So most of us have 401ks at jobs. I used to work at Apple. I had a 401k through Charles Schwab. Most of the people who we know have 401ks, 403bs, TSPs, 457s, deferred comps. Those are all just tax-deferred retirement accounts that are sponsored by a company or a non-profit or for-profit company, right, or a government entity. But at the end of the day, the 401k was originally designed as an account when taxes were extremely high to defer taxes. So when taxes were like at 50%, people were saying, man, I gotta find a way to defer taxes because taxes could potentially drop. And so people say, hey, let's get a 401k because a 401k allows you to save money for retirement. And it's a deferred compensation, but deferred comp, it's a account to where I can defer taxes on that money, which means that I'll pay taxes later. So that sounds great, right? Man, save some money today. I make $100,000 a year, right, Trey? Let's just say I put $50K into a 401k. It brings my taxable income down to $85,000. Therefore, putting me into potentially a lower tax bracket.
Here's the problem though.
We all know that taxes are increasing every single year. We just passed a bill for student loan debt forgiveness. What does that mean? Taxes are going to increase to pay that debt off. And so me and you get a 401k, right? It's tax deferred. We make good money in our career. We save 5%, 8%, 10% of our income into a 401k deferred comp. We save $500,000, $750K, 1.1 mil, 1.8 mil, right? We're doing good. We get taxed and the future taxes are higher. Doesn't make any sense, right? So from a tax disposition,
401ks are garbage, man.
now you may say, I go Roth 401k, go Roth status, that's all great. A Roth just says, hey, tax me now, which is pretty wise, and my money grows tax-free. But there's limits to that, income limits, and also you can only save $6,000 a year. So the new 401k says, like a Roth IRA, put the money in after taxes, put as much away as possible as you want to. You can put away $1,000 a month, $1,000 a year, $20,000 a year, or $200 a year. It's up to you, right? You can save as much as you want, $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever it may be. That money goes tax-free, and you have tax-free access to it. So the second thing is access, right? I mean, 25-year-olds, Trey, they're 25 years old, right? They have a 401k, and I know so many people that borrow from their 401k for a down payment on a house. Why is that? There's no true savings there in their checking account, savings account to buy a house. Their only true account that has a good amount of funds in it is their 401k, which is designed to be used post-retirement, post-age 60. And so obviously a lot of us go into a 401k with the intent to take money from that account in our 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. So guess what? There's some penalties there if you do that. So if you're working for a job, Trey, you gotta pay it back. So Trey, tell me, if I'm struggling, right, to get money for a down payment for a house, I probably have a lower income, right, in that sense, or low savings. I borrowed from the 401k the money I didn't have anyway, and now I gotta pay it back, therefore bringing me less money, less take-home income. Doesn't really make any sense to me, but we all do it. I did it before at one point in time. And so the alternative is the new 401k says, hey, you can access your money whenever you want.
Hold up, bro. So you mean to tell me they've been finessing me this whole time?
Yeah,
Bro, I'm about to
they
quit my
finesse.
job, bro.
And don't quit your day job, man.
What you mean?
Keep
They
working,
playing with me,
keep
bro.
working.
They paying me
Yeah,
for work,
yeah.
none of that.
So imagine having an account that said, hey man, I can save money in my 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever,
Okay.
and access cash when I want to for a down payment for a house or for a business or whatever you spend the money for.
All right. So, okay, so by you saying that, I probably should cancel my 401k and enroll you to IUL.
First of all, that 401k, Trey, you're a young guy, so you can't just cancel and cash it out. The employer is still employing you. You can't cancel that 401k or take the money out.
Who is he to tell me what I can do?
There are contracts when you sign up for that 401k that you're under.
Contracts, okay.
So no, you can't just cancel and cash it out. If you want to borrow from it, you can borrow from it, but you could choose something else. So the new 401k we know so far, the new 401k, it grows tax free. The old 401k is tax deferred.
Okay.
The new 401k has liquidity. You have access to your 401k. The old 401k, limited access to age 59 and a half, almost age 60. So if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you can't really touch it without borrowing money from it. You're taking a huge 10% federal penalty, state taxes, and federal taxes. So right now, to answer your question, Trey, how's your 401k performing? Is it making money right now? Is it losing money? What's happening in the market right now?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm not financially illiterate, so I can't tell you.
Okay, look up the stock market on the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow in the last 12 months. They're all down average of 20% plus. And so we're officially in a recession. 2 quarters of downturn economic growth and 20% lower
Just like a
or higher. Yes, so we're in a recession. So in a recession, what happens to your 401k?
I guess it goes down then, right?
Yeah, it's tied to stocks. So you can lose money in your 401k. Now people say don't worry about that, man. You only lose when you sell. But
Why
people,
would I want to lose my bread to who?
well, technically it'll bounce back up, it'll recover your young guy, but when you lose. Your principal balance drops, and when it grows again, it grows based off that principal balance. So the new 401k says, hey, guess what? You'll never lose money in this. If the market's up, you're up. When it's down, you're flat. So you can partake in the upside of the market trade without any losses. So imagine having a 401k that said, hey, we're gonna be tied to the NASDAQ, tied to the S&P, tied to the Hang Seng, tied to different indexing strategies where it grows with the S&P 500. That's Amazon, Apple, American Express, all those large brands, Microsoft. And when the market crashes like it is now, you lose nothing. That's why the new 401k is crushing the old 401k.
I can't believe I didn't know that at first. All right. Thank you, man.
Yes.
So, can you set me up?
Absolutely, man. So if you're saying, man, Trey, like, man, I'm someone who wants to look into this new 401k, the new 401k is no secret. It's an IUL. Index Universal Life. So this new 401k, not only does your money grow tax-free, not only do you have liquid access to your money in that account, not only is it no limits to contributions, grows tax-free, you have access to your money. On top of that, it comes with a life insurance policy. And guess what? We all need life insurance. There are so many communities out there being left behind when it comes to financial literacy. Life insurance is the foundation of wealth, because if you are someone who's a provider for your household, you're a walking, talking, living liability. You make money. If you expire, you pass away, the money goes away. So we all need insurance. Imagine having insurance in a vehicle that offered all those benefits to it. At the end of the day, on top of that, something called long-term care, where if you got sick, cancer, heart attack, stroke, you get access to your money. So if you're saying, man, Chris, I'm interested in learning more about this concept and strategy, man, drop a question in the suggestion box below, guys. Again, subscribe to the channel here, guys. We have a lot of content on financial literacy. We go over things like taxes, credit, building your businesses, making money, and improving yourself. And follow us on Instagram at Sold Out Serving. Absolutely.
I'll see you later.
Absolutely.